Hi, my name is Athena Gatmeyer. I'm a crystal intuitive. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Crystal Empowerment. It's all about crystals for awakening, ascension, meditation, and more. So if you're interested, please do subscribe. And thank you to all of my new subscribers. I've seen a lot of you come through lately, and I really appreciate it, especially given the fact that I haven't really done any videos lately. I've been going through a process. Hey, if you're interested in an in-person or distance healing, please do book a session at crystalempowerment.com/book now. You'll see a link in the description below. This video is all about Amazonite. Got this really beautiful dark blue Amazonite, and the colors vary. Here's another piece. It's not as intense of a blue, and it's still quite beautiful and calming. We have another piece that's even lighter. This is more blue-green or green-blue. This stone is actually the one that helped me break through on what Amazonite does. Now, Amazonite kind of feels like a bit of an introvert to me. It doesn't want to necessarily share its secrets. I've had Amazonite in my presence since 2013, and it wasn't until late 2018 that I fully understood the importance of Amazonite and what it does metaphysically. I'm not sure if you guys have the same experience as me with crystals, but a lot of times a crystal will come to me and I won't even know what it's for the longest time. Like, I'll read the little cards that come with them when I buy them. I'll look in the crystal books, and there's always something missing. Like, it's not enough information. Like, it hasn't communicated fully to me, like, what that crystal does. For example, let me just read this card off to you. Okay, so it says Amazonite, balance. Balances feminine and masculine energies, encourages trusting behavior, stimulates both sides of the brain, enhances both intuitive perceptions and reasoning. Amazonite is a good stone for artists. Okay. I mean, it balances feminine and masculine energies? Like, it's so vague. Like, how? Encourages trusting behavior? I don't disagree with it, but it's so vague. It's not enough information for me to want to work with it. So I have here the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. Very well-known book about crystals. And the first line here, under healing for Amazonite, says, Amazonite heals and opens both the heart and throat chakras to enhance loving communication. It also opens the third eye and intuition. So we have the Pocket Book of Stones by Robert Simmons, yes. And Naisha Asyan. I was going to say a different last name because I met someone with the name Sims today. So Robert Simmons says, Amazonite is a stone of harmony both within the self and among people. It is a truth teller and a peacemaker, assisting one in communicating one's true thoughts and feelings without over-emotionalism. I definitely need this stone. I have a Cancer ascendant, so quite emotional. So then Naisha Asyan says, Amazonite is deeply stimulating for the heart and throat chakras. Its energy is that of personal truth, allowing one to express one's heart through communication. Naisha Asyan's description is the closest to my experience. So shortly after I was married, I decided that I really wanted to go to this nearby area on the river here that's very beautiful and has a nice sandy beach to play on. Now, the person I was with at the time was not a swimmer, did not have that life skill. So I knew very well that I had to be in a very shallow area with this person and be cognizant of our location, right? So on the way to go, for some reason I invited my mom, and she accepted, and we were on our way to go. And she kept trying to dissuade me from reaching my ultimate destination by like, hey, we could stop here. Let's go there. And I was like, no, we're going to go to this one area. And I didn't understand why she was being so adamant that we do something else. And she gets like that when something's going to go down. But I wasn't reading the signs. So we get to the place where we want to be on the beach, and we're playing, and I see these big rocks. So it's on a river, and it's not super fast. It's a very slow kind of flowing through there. But if you don't know how to swim, it's way too fast. So there were these big boulders, and I said to my partner, I said, hey, don't go on the other side of those boulders because that's where the river's at and it's really fast. Stay over here where it's sandy and shallow. And he said, okay. So, I don't know, we were there for a little bit, and my mom, she's like, Athena, and I look over at her, and she's pointing. And I look at where she's pointing, and I see my partner in the middle of the river, like struggling to stay afloat. So I quickly jumped on top of those rocks and I dove in, and next thing you know, he was taking me down because he wanted to survive. And those were some intense moments for me, and really changed the nature of that relationship completely. So I thought I was going to die. He had his hands tangled in my hair and was like forcing my head down so that he could go up and get air. And I remember thinking to myself, looking up, man, if I only had some scissors, I could cut my hair and get free. So I'm down there in the water thinking, I'm going to die. This is it. And then I see my mom's face. And she pushes him out of the way, and then I come up to get air. And when I get up, I see that he's doing the same to her. So then I push him out of the way, kind of towards the bank at the same time, and she comes up for air. And as she's coming up for air, he takes me down. And so we're repeating this process of pushing and coming up for air and trying to get him back to the shore. And eventually my mom and I, we both pop up at the same time, and he's not there. And we look in the water, and he's given up, and he's like floating down into the water. And we both like freak. We looked at each other, and we just like immediately swam down and got him up, and we're struggling to make it to the shore. And, trying to swim and get to the shore, and my foot goes down, and I feel sand beneath my feet, and it's like, it's right there, and I start yelling, stand up, because we were like struggling, and all we had to do was stand up after a moment, because we got closer to the shore. And so we got him to the shore, kind of laid him on the side so the water could drain out of him, and he was coughing, and I literally went back into the water and had a major release. Like, I've heard the term being scared shitless, but I had never experienced it until that point. I had the shit scared out of me. That was intense and emotional. Fast forward 15 years, I'm now divorced. I've got 2 kids. One's 10 and one's 13. And one decides she's going to spend the night at a cabin, like a couple of hours out of town. I told her, if you need anything, just call me and I'll come get you. That's very important to me, for my kids to know that they can call me anytime, anywhere, and I will go. My main concern is their safety. So I don't want them going out later and getting themselves into a bad situation as older teenagers and then feeling like they can't call home. They need to be able to call me, and I will go and get them. You know what I mean? So she called me. I decided to go ahead and go get her. Now this happened, out of the blue. This crazy adventure. She calls me early in the morning, the day after the sleepover, and she wants me to go and get her right away. And of course I'm thinking, it's Sunday, they're going to have breakfast and come home. Oh well, I don't know if they're leaving in the afternoon or what. I didn't call the parents, I just wanted to do what I said I was going to do for my child. I'm still emotional from my previous story. We went and we drove up there, and it's windy. It's a windy road, and my 13-year-old ended up getting car sick. And my youngest that we were going to pick up gets more car sick than the oldest one. So I was like, we cannot come back this way. We've got to take an alternate route. So the alternate route was to go through Garden Valley and go that way to get back to Boise. And as we're driving through Garden Valley, I'm like, hey, I wanted to go back and visit that spot on the river where I nearly drowned like for years, and I've never done it. I'd never shown the kids this area. And it's really fun to swim and play on when you're a swimmer.